All right, welcome everyone to Weekly Bangers with Al Green. So
Yeah.
yeah, finally works. So I'm Mike. We have Gronk here as well. We usually have another member, but he is on annual leave. He's traveling the world right now. So this is a
Yeah.
music discovery channel where each week we listen to an album from the Rolling Stones' greatest albums of all time list. So yeah, be sure to subscribe so you can listen along and check out our reviews. All right, this week you can call me Betty, and Betty, when you call me, you can call me Al Green. Come to me, call me, call me, call me, come back home.
Call Me by Al Green. Anyways, quick little background for you. It's his sixth studio album, so he's kind of well into his musical endeavors at this point, and released in April of 1973. That's another 70s album that we're reviewing, and it's regarded as one of his better albums, or even as one of his best albums, depending on who you ask, I suppose. And it's really highly touted as a soul music album. And Al Green in general is very highly respected as a soul music artist. He'd maybe be on like the Mount Rushmore for that. And this album is 427th on the Rolling Stones top 500 albums of all time. A fun fact for you, the song Jesus is Waiting, so it's the last song on the album, it's regarded as an early example of gospel music made by Al Green. And in 1979, Al Green injured himself while he was performing in Cincinnati. He fell off a stage and he took it as a message from God to focus his energy more towards the church and gospel music. So that Jesus is Waiting is an early example of some of that. And he later became Reverend Al Green.
Oh, cool,
So yeah, he's official now.
cool,
And yeah, I think he took his career towards like loads of gospel music.
cool. So further, like later
Um,
albums are more gospel. Good.
Yeah, and I think actually he went back after a while to other types of music, I suppose. But there you go. Fun fact of the day.
Cool.
That's another artist that we review that has some kind of injury that like impacts their music
Yeah,
career.
true. Actually, yeah, that's mad.
Yeah, loads of injuries going around. Be careful.
Yeah, be careful. There's something going around and something in the air.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
Isolate. Yeah, what you think of the album anyway, Mike? General
um,
thoughts?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved that. I thought it was a great album.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like his voice as well. I just think is a huge part of it. I think it's so like silky smooth, you know. um,
Yeah.
yeah, and just it's so nice. Like the tone of his voice as well. Like even like when he hits like those like falsetto, so effortlessly as well. But then also like in the kind of middle range, I think the tone of his voice is very good as well. Throughout, I think just it just sounds great. Like the instrumentally as well. He has songs that are like really like smooth and intimate, but then he has ones that are like you can like bop along to, you know, like feel good kind of things. Um, and also like the panning of like the two, like him singing, you know, twice, but then like panning to like either ear is pretty cool as well.
Hmm.
And just like loads of great songs, very consistent, I think, as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just love this style of music. I'm kind of realizing. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with pretty much everything you said there. His range is class, like he hits high notes so well.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of soul music, I suppose. They're regarded good soul artists for kind of having really nice vocal range and stuff. I was gonna point out actually that the cover art there, it looks like he's just like sweating, pouring his heart, pouring his soul, you could say, into
Yeah.
his music, and like that's how the album sounded to me. That's the vibes I got. Is just there's so much like life in his singing.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. That's probably a highlight for me. Just his sound, his voice, so nice. But yeah, I agree with you. I love the album as well. Such an easy listen.
Yeah.
Um, and we reviewed Aretha Franklin before. Similar sort of vibes there, like soul music maybe in general is just easy to digest. Like you kind of just groove along to it. And yeah, great album.
Yeah,
Pretty consistent throughout as well. I think not really many low points. I didn't think uh, enough variation in it as well in terms of songs and how he sings them and all that good stuff. So great album for me.
for sure. Yeah, I think right from the get go too. I think like I threw on "Call Me" and I was just like,
Yeah,
oh shit, this is really good. It hooked me like it's
yeah.
catchy and it's just yeah, really good. There's
That
so
that 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 first couple seconds, call me. I think that's become a pretty famous sample now.
oh really
Or
cool.
I mean, I've definitely heard that at least somewhere else in one other place. So
Hmm.
that was that I noticed that straight away.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, great opening to the album. That's
Yeah,
one of the better songs on it for me.
yeah,
Very
cool.
groovy, very catchy.
Yeah, it is very good. I like the sweet sounding violin behind it. Also, I need to like figure out like the differences between like all like some like string instruments and also brass instruments. So
Yeah.
for the sake of this video where I'm instead of second guessing myself, any strings is going to be violin, any brass will be trumpet, okay?
Oh, I was gonna say saxophone.
Saxophone. I don't think it's saxophone to be fair. I think
Oh, really?
that's
That was. I was literally about to say I love all the saxophone bits. I was just kind of guessing.
I have no
I
idea
have
to about
no ball knowledge for instruments. Yeah,
other ones I can, but I just think like yeah, like strings and like brass instruments. I just don't know. But anyway, yeah, the violin in that song is very nice. I'm pretty sure it's a violin.
yeah.
But
The harmonica is lovely as well.
yeah, the harmonica's class on this album. Yeah, but yeah, it is very nice. And yeah, just like getting introduced to his voice in that song as well, him hitting all those high notes, or that like high note in the bridge as well that he like sings over is like really cool.
Are there any songs that stood out to you on first listen or in general?
In yeah, like as in that was the first one that stood out to me. Some more stood out to me. I love
Agree.
what is it? Funny how time slips away.
Yeah,
Love that
I'm
song.
glad you mentioned that. Yeah,
Um, yeah, I just think it's just really nice, like a really pretty song. His
yeah.
voice is great in it
Uh,
as well. Um, yeah, go on.
hmm. I was gonna mention I was looking through. I think three of the songs from this album went
Hmm.
like Billboard top 10, and Call Me, You Ought to Be With Me, and Here I Am. I think those three songs charted very highly. So
Oh,
I was
really?
just kind of looking at I was looking at just like listens for each of the songs, and funny how Time Slips Away is one of the least listened to
Yeah.
from that album, but one of the ones that I enjoyed the most. I'm glad you mentioned it.
Here I Am is a great song as well. I love it. It's like more feel good. The trumpet in the chorus. I might just think, oh, I feel like I'm making myself sound like a fool saying trumpet, but anyway, in the chorus,
Yeah. Hopefully it
sounds
is Trump.
yeah yeah. It is really cool and yeah, just feel good. I like the whole thing. Like here I am, signed, sealed, delivers. I'm yours, kind of type thing.
Yeah,
It's like basically
agreed.
his version of that song.
That's one of the top groovy ones.
Yeah, it is great. Really feel good, really good. But I do want to go back to "Funny How Time Slips Away." Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I just think it's a really nice song. It's very like intimate as well, like in the way he sings it, but then also like the lyrics are very like it's like an intimate conversation with this person. Even like
yeah.
opening it with like "Hello there."
Well, hello there, Maya. It's been a long time.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, um, and then throughout, yeah, it's just like an intimate conversation and funny how
Yeah,
time slips away.
I
It's
think that's
pretty
probably
relatable too.
my favorite for lyrics for him
Yeah.
as well.
Also, um, it was written by Willie Nelson.
Oh no way!
Yeah, right.
What?
He wrote it for another artist. I can't remember who it was. I don't think he was that big, but maybe I'm wrong. But written by Willie Nelson and then covered. It's a cover by Al Green. And then Willie Nelson actually has his own version of it, which I didn't think I would like. It I don't know, I just couldn't really picture it. But I actually do like it. Not as much as this. I think this is superior, but I think it was pretty good anyway. The Willie Nelson version.
Actually, I wouldn't pay attention to the lyrics much of an album like this, generally speaking, but that is one of the songs that I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
funny how time slips away.
yeah, yeah. It's like
Good stuff.
relatable, and I do like how like intimate it is.
Yeah. I love there's like sort of an instrumental kind of build up at the end as well. It's like it all comes together.
Yeah,
I really like that about that song.
yeah,
The song Jesus is Waiting as well, actually. My first like spin through of the album, I got to that song and I was like, you know, okay. Probably one of the low lights for me, but I actually really grew into that song. I think it's got um some really nice groovy bits, I suppose.
hmm,
Very upbeat, and obviously the message is obviously positive, as would be with gospel music in general. But
yeah,
even if like without the message, I think that's just a lovely upbeat song.
yeah.
Good way to end the album.
It is good, yeah. Yeah, I like it's kind of catchy though. Like Jesus is waiting, and I
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
part where he goes like, "Should I say it again? Say it again. I
uh,
think I should say it again or something." It's pretty funny. I also like how like
yeah,
just like the last couple of minutes of that song just feels like he's just like riffing. He's just kind of like off the dome kind of stuff.
yeah.
And
Off the dome, I was gonna
yeah,
say.
I
Well,
think
via sources, he was just kind of freestyling in the studio at that point.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
um, really cool. And then there was also a part. So he says like, "Oh, I wish the band would just crank it way down." It's like or like way, way, way down. And then as he's saying it, the band cranks down, um,
Mm.
and then it's like more gentle. Then when he says "slide for me," then it all kind of picks back up and goes back into the
Hmm.
chorus. And it was just really cool. Bit of word painting there for you.
I didn't have many low lights from the album really. There's not a song that I don't enjoy
Hmm.
particularly. So I don't know about you.
No, there's definitely not. I don't think there's any skips on the album.
Yeah, I agree.
But I will say that "I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry" I think is for me personally the least like engaging one. Even though I do like it and I do listen to it each time, but um, yeah, no, I do like it still.
I disagree with that probably actually.
Yeah. Why?
But
What would be the very bottom for you? Not the very like as in what would be the
oh, I'm
least.
looking at the track list now, and
Hmm.
there's really nothing that stands out as bad. Probably if I had to put one in there, it would be Stand Up, maybe. But I
Really,
mean, I enjoy that as well. Yeah.
stand
I
up.
don't know. They're so. I mean, that's a good song. I just can't. If I have to pick one that's going to be at the bottom of all
Yeah.
of them,
I
it
think
might be that.
stand up. I love. It's another like feel good one. Um,
Yeah.
the 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 brass instrument in that one is good too. um,
The
um,
instruments are good.
yeah. But also I just like the melody, the vocal melody of it. You know the whole part. Uh, what's your name? What's the nature?
Yeah.
Like all that part, class. Um,
Yeah.
really feel good, really good.
I mean, I agree with you. I just, if I have to pick something
Hmm.
that's going to be at the bottom, but there isn't really a song that I didn't enjoy, so it's
Yeah,
hard to
yeah.
put a finger on that.
What did you think of Have You Been Making Out Okay?
Yeah, I liked it.
Hmm.
It's a little bit different maybe from some of the rest of the album, but I like the way he sings it. Like, you've
Me too.
been getting out
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's very
Yeah.
like delicate the way he sings it, very
Yeah.
gentle.
Yeah.
Although I will say, he does that as well. The kind of panning the two voices, him singing it twice in that, and he sings it at the same time for the chorus there. But the one on the left, I feel like you can kind of hear his mouth noises as well a little bit, um, just a little bit.
Oh,
But it doesn't take away from the song anyway for me because I just think um, it's really nice. And yeah, as I said, it's like
yeah.
delicate and like gentle. It's nice.
Yeah. I didn't notice that though, so. good. That's astute listening from you.
Probably shouldn't have pointed it out now, to be honest. Then,
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
Oh no.
no, you can't hear it the same way.
Yeah. No, it doesn't ruin the song at all, to be honest. It's only like a slight. Then
All
my
right, Mike.
mhm.
What what would be your top three if you had to rank them?
my top three. Um,
Yeah.
so I do want to just give a couple of my honorable mentions for ones that just kind of missed it. Jesus is
Mm.
waiting, and Have You Been Making Out Okay as well. I think are my honorable
Mm.
mentions. Um, then my top three, I would go Stand Up as my number three. Um, uh, Here I Am as my number two, and then Funny How Time
Nice,
Slips Away is my number three. Sorry, my number one.
nice,
It's my
nice, nice.
top song of the album. I think it's my favorite song
Yeah,
for sure. I think it's a great song. How about you?
giving that song the respect it deserves.
Yeah,
All right. Um, I suppose I can give an honorable mention to "You Ought to Be With Me." I think it just kind of hits outside of the top three for me. Jesus is Waiting, another honorable mention. That one really grew on me.
mm-hmm.
Third for me is Here I Am. Second is Call Me. I'm actually surprised that you didn't mention that.
I'm surprised too, but it's just the way it is. Just
Not
goes to show how
surprising
it just
yourself.
goes to show I like this album a lot.
Yeah. 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 And you'll be delighted to know my number one song is Funny. Funny How Time Slips Away.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I thought I'd be the only one in that boat, actually. I'm really glad that
Mhm.
we've both acknowledged it now.
Me too. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm glad that it's your number one song. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
W album.
yeah. So we throw our number one songs into a Spotify playlist, and that'll be linked down below of all of our number one songs from each album we do. So follow the playlist and listen to it. So this week there will just be one song. It'll be "Funny How Time
Yeah.
Slips Away." I'm scared to rank it.
I actually feel pretty good now. I was really confused, or not confused, but unsure for like a while. But I'm gonna give it its flowers. Like, all right, so is it time to rank? Mike looks a bit worried.
I am worried.
You look a bit worried.
I don't know what to rank it.
We actually had almost nothing negative to say about it, so I don't know
Yeah.
if that has any reflection. All right, are you ready to rumble? So,
All right, let's rumble.
all right, three,
Two.
1,
A.
A.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
nice. Okay. Oh wow.
Ah, that was kind of nerve-wracking. I don't
It
know why.
was nerve wracking. I don't know why. I'm like, this is the most nerve wracking one for some reason.
What were you stuck between?
A B and an A.
Yeah, and I was for ages as well.
Hmm.
I thought you were stuck between an S and an A, and I was like, oh God, if he gives it an S
Oh right, no,
and I give it an A, I'm gonna look like a fool.
no, definitely not an S.
No, we did talk it up a lot, but I think it is amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me too.
It's just one of those, like, I don't think this album is really flawed in any way, but I just don't think it's got masterpiece status. Like, it's just not.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I really don't have anything negative to say about it, like
Me neither.
at
It is
all.
an amazing album.
I
Like,
can't think of anything really.
yeah, yeah,
Um, Even my least favorite song, I like a lot. So you know.
yeah.
Okay, so now we have the question on the table of: is this album better or worse than Black Sabbath? Black Sabbath.
I would personally have it above Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath.
Really?
Um, yeah. Well, I mean, I gave Black
Oh, yeah,
Sabbath a C rating.
that's
So
true. Yeah.
you know where I stand about that.
Um. Okay, well, I think it's below Black Sabbath, so I don't know what we're gonna do
Oh,
here.
we're gonna have to phone a friend and ask Cahill.
You know what we're gonna have to do? Ask the fans, and I know Mr. Max
Yeah,
will
he
want
doesn't want Black Sabbath
to lose its top spot. So
to be dethroned.
I think he's our phone a friend. Uh,
In fairness, I'm just happy if it's in an A tier. I'm not too
mhm.
pressed about where it falls in that.
All right, cool. There it is. So, thank you, Gronk.
Yes. Thank you for slipping me that €5 note as well there under the table.
Under the table, yeah.
Or
We're actually on laptops on separate sides
on
of the table.
under the virtual
Hey,
table.
Grant, what's up, man?
Oh,
What's up? All right, shall we spin, see what we have next?
yeah, hype.
This is hype. Okay. What are we thinking?
I'm thinking it's going to be a music album for sure.
Do you think?
Hopefully. I
I was,
hope so anyway.
I was hoping for a photo album, but
Oh, no, that's our secondary channel.
all right, we go.
Yes, yeah,
Okay. Wow, we have another A-tier album. That's class. Anyway,
yeah. Love to see it.
yeah. Let's go.
I wouldn't usually promote gambling now, but it's going to be for spinning the wheel for music. This is where it's
That's where it's at.
acceptable.
Yeah. Sinead O'Connor.
Nice. Some Irish
Yeah,
representation
yeah,
in the house.
exactly.
I
So,
suppose that's Ivory Coast because it's flipped. But
oh, flipped on. Oh shit! Didn't realize you were from the Ivory Coast.
well, she has roots from Ivory Coast, so
Oh
it's
yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Depends on what way her webcam is flipped.
Yeah.
Um. Okay, we have some
It's
Irish representation. That's pretty cool.
nice. Okay, it's her top album by the looks of it.
Nothing compares to you is on it. Class.
Nice,
It's a great
nice.
song.
Prince mentioned again.
Yeah, Prince mentioned.
Yeah.
1990. Nice. We made it out of the 70s with this one.
Made it out of the 70s. Let's go.
Yeah,
We mentioned, is it a good time now to mention to the audience that we're from Ireland? Give them a bit of context clues. We would have been buddies with Sinead O'Connor in high school,
yeah, we were in high school. Why would you say high school? We're talking about Ireland. What?
secondary school, or primary school.
Yeah, we used to go down to the corner shop and to the
Yeah,
gas station,
the store.
the
Yeah,
store, yeah, the mall.
spend our dollars
Yeah.
with her. Is
Is
she still alive?
No, she died.
Oh,
She actually
listen.
she was very controversial for a while because on stage she got a picture of the Pope and ripped it up,
Mm.
and she got like so much
Oh,
hate for that because thing. But now since she's died, she people praise her for it because of like all the shit that's come out about the Catholic Church now.
that would be controversial already.
Um, yeah, but people praise her for it now, so that's pretty cool.
Maybe
Um,
Al Green wouldn't have liked that one, seeing he's irreverent.
oh yeah, true. Yeah. Oh god, bit of beef in the tier list. Let's hope this doesn't go into the A and they won't be neighbours.
Tier list beef.
Yeah. Your flag isn't flipped for me. It's green, white, and orange.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Now I look like a proper nonce against Ivory
Did you
Coast.
say you look like a nun? What?
Oh no. Oh, all of our Irish audience is gonna get really offended now by
Yeah.
me saying,
Oh,
pointing at the proper flag and saying it's the Ivory Coast.
God, man. We have to like abruptly end the video as soon as what's it called? As soon as we spin the album from now on, because that's we always like we fumble in the last like second where we always cancel ourselves in the last 2 seconds of the video.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
We
feel
think the cameras are off.
yeah, yeah. Okay, well, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, listen along, I suppose, to I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got by Sinead O'Connor throughout the week. And then come back here on next Monday and check out what our thoughts were. We tried a new format, new structure of the video this week. More like free flowing conversation kind of type thing. So let us know what you thought of that as well, because we're just experimenting, seeing what works. So yeah, please subscribe, please like, please comment and share, and we will see you next week for the I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got Sinead O'Connor review. Goodbye.
Salute.